So what's going on in this seemingly boring position? The pawn structure is more or less symmetrical. Nobody can lay claim to any space advantage. All the pieces are well defended, and neither king is in any trouble. Aside from the fact that white's pieces are more aggressively posted, since they are trying to take control of d5. One major imbalance is the minor piece difference. White has a bishop and a knight versus black is stuck with 2 knights. Due to this stated imbalance, white will use Steinhatz's rule to make knights ineffective by taking away their advanced support points. He will do this by restricting the b6 knight by playing pawn b2 to b3, taking away these 2 squares from the knight on b6. And he's going to follow it up with a2 to a4 and eventually a5, kicking the knight from b6. He will also place the bishop on the flexible e3 square and move his queen to b5. Where it eyes the pawns on b7 and e5. All these things may seem small, but add up, and it's quite unpleasant to black's position. So white will play bishop e3, rook fd8. On queen if black played queen b4, white would have played the bothersome bishop g5. So now we play queen b5, making each of his pieces better than black's counterparts. White's queen is obviously superior to black's lady on e7. His c3 knight is ready to leap to d5 to any moment, it's more aggressively posted than any of black's jumpers, and his bishop defends d4 and is consistently threatening to chop on b6. So black plays queen e6, pawn b3, simply keeping the knight out of c4. On h6, black should have tried a more aggressive pawn to h5 instead, intending to advance the pawn to h4 and opening up white's king side a bit. Then white plays pawn a4, rook takes d1, rook takes d1, rook c8, rook d3, keeping an eye on the knight and maintaining the control over the d-file. Queen c6 gets a question mark. International Master Jack Peters, which is a chess columnist for LA Times, recommended instead rook c7, a5, knight c8. This holds on to his material for the time being, but black's position still remains quite unpleasant. So after queen c6, queen takes e5, rook e8, queen d6, knight takes e4. Now black loses by force. Queen takes b6, b takes c6, and now a5. Gets an exclamation point. Knight takes c3. Black would lose a pawn after knight d5. Knight takes d5, then pawn takes, rook takes. Knight takes c3, a takes b6, and knight d5, and bishop takes a7, or b takes a7. So now we've got a highly advanced pawn, which is guarded by this bishop. Yeah, so the pawn is eyed by the bishop, and black could chop. If he does, then I would say rook takes is fine, because if rook a8, rook e7, and the white's going to follow with rook b7, threatening rook b8, either winning the rook or forcing the trade and queening.